So this is a Bailey Pegasus 462, going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. These will be demonstrated to you in person here on site. In the front locker you have your gas bottle and gas regulator on the bulkhead. You also have two gas bottle tie downs. As you can see, one is already in there. You can store a second one on the right hand side here, and we do advise it is not, well, the ruling is no bigger than 6 kilogram propane gas. On the side of the Caravan, just here you have a storage locker at the front of the van, which is called a wet storage locker, so you can put your wet accessories in there. You then got a locker next to it for your onboard water tank, and we'll demonstrate that once we get inside of the Caravan. Each side at the front of the Caravan you've got your wind down legs to stabilise the Caravan, and they are just there for stabilising, they are not there for lifting the Caravan. Coming further down the side of the van, you then have your heating and hot water flue. You need to remove this cover anytime you ignite anything on gas inside of the Caravan. You then got your water pump connection, which goes straight into the side of the Caravan, or water pickup connection. So the pickup pipe goes down inside the ack roll, and then you push the connection into the side of the Caravan and lock the cap down so it locks in place. Then got your wheels, so we'll actually torque the wheel nuts to the correct setting before the Caravan leaves site, so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Inside the van you then have your grey waste pipes, so essentially fresh water that goes in the front of the van has to come out somewhere, and that's what these two pipes are for on the side of the Caravan. Essentially they'll drop down inside the waste master, so that wastewater can go down inside that tank, and then you can tip it away from there. Two fridge vents on the side of the Caravan, simply there to allow hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. On the top right hand side here, on this top vent, you actually have a gas flue, so when you're running the fridge on gas, it doesn't build up anything inside of the Caravan. You then got your toilet flush tank, which takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. And in the bottom you've got your toilet waste cassette, which you pull out from the top here. The neck here turns out so you can tip the waste away, and on the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't slip and splatter back at you. That cassette will take 1 litre of water and a capful of the blue fluid prior to use. On the rear of the Caravan on either side you've got the wind down legs again, and like I said, they are just there for stabilising, not lifting. On the door side of the Caravan, behind the door, you've got your battery box and your mains power connection coming to the side of the Caravan. You've got your 3-pin socket, so you can plug power into the side of the Caravan and have it come out to your awning if you wish to. Also you have your main power going in here, then you can run power out to your awning if you should need to. You then have your wind down leg on this side, your barbecue gas point, and your storage locker at the front for if you another wet storage locker if you should need to use it. Going inside the Caravan now, very simple to use control panel. You've got master power on. At the top here you can see the battery level. You've got your interior lights, your awning light, and your water pump run. To fill the water system up, which is the first thing we're going to do, you're going to need to come over to every tap on board the Caravan. So you'll come over to every tap on board the Caravan, open them all up on the hot side, as you can see here. Same in the bathroom. And the same with the shower itself. Now what you're going to do at that point is, you're going to come over to the right hand side front seating area. And underneath here, when I move these cushions about, you'll be able to see the drain down valve. So down in the right hand side of this cupboard just here, you'll see that yellow valve in the picture. Now that yellow valve needs to be parallel with the floor as it is at the moment to be able to fill the water system up. If that valve was pointing upright towards the bottom of the seat, it would actually drain all the water out of the system on board the Caravan. So like I said, parallel with the floor before you turn the water pump on. Once you've got all the taps open and that valve is parallel with the floor, you can then come over to your control panel by the door and hit the water pump switch. At that point it will start drawing water up from the ack roll into the Caravan itself, and as you can see, once the water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap. At that point, you can shut each tap off on board the Caravan. Including the shower. And then you'll be able to start warming the water on board the Caravan. So, just up here on the right hand side, above the actual water tank area itself, you'll see two control switches. The bottom one here is the 240 or 230 volt electric water heater. So that will essentially allow the water system to warm up to around 40 to 45 degrees of water temperature. It will not boost when it is on just electric on its own. You would need to use the gas, which I'll explain in a moment. To operate the gas system, you'd need to make sure the gas bottle was turned on. This grey dial on the outside would need to be spun round to the flame symbol, as you can see here. You'll see that a green light's appeared behind here. That's letting you know it's trying to ignite. If that green light stays on its own without the red light, which I'll explain in a moment, then that means the water system has ignited. If the red light appears like it has now, it means either the gas is turned off, you've run out of gas, or there's no gas through the system yet. If there's no gas through the system and you know the gas bottle's turned on, I'd advise you go to the hob, ignite the hob and get the gas through to that point of the system, as that is the last point on the gas system itself. When it has ignited on gas, you can actually control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees of water temperature. If you want to, you can turn the gas supply off to isolate the gas supply again. When you are showering on board the van, like I said, you would need to use the gas, so the green light would need to be on. And then you can control the water temperature to the temperature you want it to be. We do advise that you have it over 50 degrees for showering on board the Caravan, as it will warm up quicker, and also it's above the water temperature of the water heater itself, so it will carry on trying to boost. On the other side of the Caravan, you've then got your room heating. So you need to have the electric switch on here to get the room heater to work on electric. You then have a dial very similar to the gas water heater control on the opposite side of the van. You can select 500, 1000 or 2000 watts down the side. It will depend on how much power you've got coming to the Caravan to what power source you set it to on the side there. So for instance, you can set it at 500 watts. If you're on a site that 500 watts of power is available. If you're on a site with higher power, then you can select either the 1000 or 2000 watts. You control the heat of the heater on the dial in the centre here, between 1 and 9. The higher you go, obviously the hotter the heater will be. To turn off the heater itself, you spin it back to the off position just here, and it will isolate the power to the heater on electric. Down below, you have your options for running gas on the heater. You can turn the dial here between 10 and 9. Hold down the gas valve if the gas is turned on, and then when it does ignite, you'll have a pilot light in this window down the front. Once it has ignited, you'll continue to hold down the gas valve for 5 to 10 seconds, then slowly release the valve, and you'll be able to control the temperature of the heater on gas on the dial on top. On the right hand side, you've got your option for blown air heating. So around the Caravan, you'll see these little vents, and they work very similar to the heating system in your car. The dot in the centre allows the heat to come out the front of the heater. The wave symbol here is continuous blown air. So essentially, when you've got the heating on and you want to get it to blow around the van, you need to have it onto this setting just here. You can also have it on automatic blown air, so it cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the Caravan. So you put it onto the A on the right hand side, and like I said, that will be a controlled and thermostatic blown air. You can control the fan speed just on this dial on top. The microwave, cooker, hob and grill all work very much the same as your household appliances, and no difference at all there. The fridge is very simple to use again. You've got a dial on the left hand side that allows you to select the power source you want to use. So you've got mains 240 volt here, and then you control the temperature of the fridge on the dial on the right hand side. The 12 volt supply is for when you're towing down the road. So essentially you can select the battery option, which allows the fridge to work as a cool box. It will not work off the 12 volt battery on board the Caravan. It is only the power source from the 12 volt supply on your car that will chill the fridge as a cool box. Down the bottom here you have your gas symbol. So essentially that is for running the fridge on gas. To get it to ignite, you need to press in the temperature valve and hit the igniter on the right hand side. Once it has ignited on gas, the little red line on this little control panel on the opposite side will come around into the green. And when that red line is in the green and it's stopped moving, you'll need to continue holding the gas valve again for a further 5 to 10 seconds, very similar to the heater behind us. You'll then again slowly release the valve, and then you'll be able to control the temperature of the fridge on gas on the dial just here. Going into the bathroom now, which is the last part of the Caravan we're going to go through. Very simple to use toilet system. You fill it from the outside as we've already discussed. You've got an electric flush on the toilet. You have a toilet full indicator light that will let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat does turn for your convenience. However, when you are removing the cassette from underneath the van, you need to make sure the toilet is parallel with the back. Or, yeah, in line with the back of the toilet system. If it is turned at all, it will stop you from removing the cassette from underneath the van. To allow the waste into the toilet cassette under the van, you'll need to have this waste flap open to the right hand side to allow the waste into that cassette. And again, if that is open, it will not allow you to remove the cassette from underneath the Caravan. So that is the Bailey Pegasus 462. If you have any further questions on the Caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your Caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.